In this video, I started out with $0 in a truck and spent the last 3 years building the farm to where it is today. So we're back again for season 4 to see if I can expand the farm even more. But there's a twist. I took out a $250,000 loan. Will I go broke and have to sell everything? Or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and drop in a like helps too. Anyway, let's go do some farm. Well, boys, it's another day back out here on the farm. We've got $61,000, so we're sitting pretty good on the money here. And today is going to be one heck of a busy day. So last video, we ended up breaking the main airline that brings the seed and fertilizer back to the seeder here. All the individual rows here. I've already been to town. I picked up the part, got it installed, so it is good now. We are ready to go seeding again. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but we also have a crap ton of hay to take care of. So that means I got to get all the hay equipment ready to go so we can start on that. But I got to go check the cows first. All right, how's everybody looking today? Still feeding the trough. Not quite enough milk to be picked up yet today, so that'll probably be later on. And the water's still looking good. Okay, so minor breakdowns on the seeder last episode, but we should be all good to go now. That's the hope anyway. I guess we'll see. I have to cut across this field here because the trail I built, it's not quite wide enough to get this thing through, so maybe at some point I'm gonna have to extend that. But for now, I guess it's fine to go across the field because it's just seeded. But in the future, yeah, we can't be doing that. So we got about a quarter way done here, but as you can see, there's still a heck of a lot more to do. All right, we're up and going. Now the question is, with a field this big, how much money are we gonna make? Because we're planting it to soybeans. It's one of the most profitable crops, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a lot of money. A lot of money which we need because, well, we're pretty far in debt at the moment. About $250,000 in debt to be exact. Plus, we still have a lot of expenses this year, and we only have about $60,000. And if we keep having breakdowns, that $60,000 is going to disappear pretty dang quick. Can we make the turn? Maybe? You gotta be kidding me. I am stuck on the one entire tree in pretty much this whole row here. All right, I scooted past. We're good. So when I bought this property, I didn't really take too close of a look at the land border. Now, I recently did and found out that all the trees that are kind of bordering along the side here are ours. They're within the property line. So we can either keep them or cut them down for a decent amount of money. I'm not too sure yet. I may have to cut a couple down right along the side of the field just because the cedar, if it gets caught on it, it's not a good time. However, I gotta say, so far, this new cedar setup, best investment ever. With that older, smaller cedar I have, this probably would have took me about a week to finish. All right, last pass back here. We still have a little bit up front there, but I think we're gonna be able to finish this whole field off with just one tank of seed and fertilizer, which is sweet. Actually, we got that other field too, so yeah, this is working phenomenally. We just got this little chunk left here, and here we go, last little piece, and we are done. Get this all folded up here. This thing's definitely gonna need a wash, that's for sure. We actually used a heck of a lot less seed than I thought we would. But we still got some more in the tank. I guess we'll use it for something else. But that is one big field of soybeans. Lots of money sitting there. A lot of money in seed too, that's for sure. Okay, so with all the bigger equipment now, we're running into a bit of a problem. We have an issue with storage. Now, normally I just put all the equipment on this grass field here, but since we're going to be haying it, we don't want to be running equipment back and forth across it. I have to figure out where I'm going to be putting this equipment. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to take this back part over here right next to our big machine shed, get it all dug out, flattened out, get some of this rock out of here, cut down a couple trees, make it all nice. I've already talked to a couple guys who own excavators around here. I got one guy coming here to do it today for around 3K. We just got to cut down, I think, just 2 of these trees, and then he'll take care of the rest. We'll just put these up here for now. Anyways, while we're waiting for the guy to show up here, I'm going to get some of the haying equipment serviced up here and ready to go. First things first is the swather. This is what we need to even start haying, so I got to give it a quick grease, check the oil, get some fuel in it, and we should be good to go. At least this year I put it away clean, so not much to do on this thing. Well, I got everything serviced. Just checking the cut here. We changed the knives last year, so it should be good for a little bit. May have to change it midway through the season, but for now, we should be good to get this first cut done. Ooh, I gotta be careful of those rocks on the edge of the field. Not good for this thing. Okay, so I got the headlands done here. Just kind of worked my way around the home quarter here. I've decided the home quarter is gonna be round bales, and then everything else is going to be those small squares, which we're going to sell, but the big round bales we got to keep for the cows. Now, this year I haven't went right to the edge of the property line with the cut, just because those trees are a pain to deal with, and yeah, when you try get into every nook and cranny to try get the most amount of hay you can, it really slows down trying to get it raked, and it gets disorganized, and it's a pain to bale, and not everything dries out properly. So this year I've decided just to make it nice, clean, and easy to get the whole field done. Although I do have to move this equipment here real quick, so we're gonna get that out of the way. I've been doing some thinking, and I kind of figured, well, the guy is here with all his earth-moving equipment. He should be showing up any minute, actually. Anyways, while he's here with all the earth-moving equipment, we're going to do a lot more than just smoothing out that patch beside the shop. We're going to do some of the groundwork for the new silage pit, as well as lay some groundwork for some bins, so we can finally store our grain and get a better price later on instead of having to sell it right away, because we've actually been losing a lot of money doing that. And that's not ideal. So I'd rather invest in some grain bins so we can keep it on the farm just a little bit longer and get that better price. Well, I'm just getting the last of this field finished up here. The guy with the equipment showed up. He's going to get started there. So I'm hoping that should be done by the end of the day here. Anyways, in the meantime, I got some more hay to go cut. Anyways, we had a lot of snow over the winter, and the grass has been growing phenomenally because all the moisture. And yeah, it's been laying pretty thick swaths down. All right, so this is about where we're at here. I have got the entire pretty much farm, everything that we can cut for hay here pretty much outlined, and it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna say this could probably make us upwards of $100,000 to $150,000 worth of hay. So yeah, I've been going at this for a couple hours now. The equipment's over there now. They're gonna get started on some of the building prep a little bit later this week, but supposedly the backside of the shop is now finished. Anyways, the amount of bales we're gonna have is just gonna be crazy. I gotta go fuel this thing up though, and I think we're gonna have to change the sickle blades after we finish cutting that last little bit there. Well, it's not a little bit, there's a lot there. Especially with that new chunk of land, it helps out a lot. But let's check this out. Oh man, this is gonna be sweet. This is what we've been needing right here. So they took out a crap ton of dirt and rock here and filled in a bunch of spots with the extra dirt, and it looks just so much better. I'm thinking we're gonna bring in a couple of grain bins. I've been talking to some guys that want to sell a couple, so we're gonna bring in a couple along here, park a bunch of equipment along here. I'm thinking possibly of putting another equipment shed, like maybe a cold storage shed or like a pole barn out here or something. Not too sure yet. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But for now, there's just gonna be a lot of extra equipment and grain bins going in there. Now I'm hoping we can squeeze this through here. We might have to make the driveway a little bit bigger, but I think we might be okay. We are perfect. Would you look at that? Plenty of space to park stuff now. So that ended up costing us $3,000 there, but small price to pay for a heck of a lot more storage, especially out of the grass fields. So I got the bale stacker serviced up here, so it's good to go. Now I kind of bought this thing without testing it out, but everything seems perfect on it. The chains were good on it, which is the biggest thing. If you have to replace those chains that drag the bales up, that's a lot of money. So the fact that those are good is awesome. So I gave the swather a quick servicing here, just went over everything because we've been going for quite a while now. It's all good. I got a bunch of the equipment moved back here. So much more space up front. But I'm definitely thinking a cold storage shed back here would be awesome. But we'll see what you guys think. So I'm just looking at sprayers here real quick because we're going to need one for all the crops, and they're not looking too cheap. Hopefully I can find something used, or maybe I'll just hire someone to come out here. I'm not too sure yet. Man, these are expensive. Anyways, between a new combine, the forage harvester, the forage wagon, and a grain truck, one other thing I have to buy is some sort of a trailer to transport the hundreds upon hundreds of small squares we're going to have. Now, this New Holland bale stacker is going to be fine for getting them all into stacks, but we're going to need some sort of a massive trailer to transport those stacks wherever they need to be. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm going to get back to cutting hay because we still got a lot. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.